I obviously didn't work hard enough at school and had the option to go either to university or to the army, and I was always dead set on going to the army. So I chose not to go to university, partly because I didn't get the results and partly because I wanted to just join the forces. And over the course of my career, since leaving the forces and during that time, I've realised how much I missed out, not just on the social side of things, but actually on the ability to keep learning. And so I've been very fortunate enough to study with the Open University and be the very willing recipient of one of the Disabled Veteran Scholarships. Well, I joined the Army and was always dead set on becoming a helicopter pilot, hence that took preference over going to university. To say that I struggled to get through and to get there, I was always back-termed and not quite at the top of the class and scraping over the bottom, which isn't great for a helicopter pilot. I flew helicopters, did a tour of Northern Ireland with an infantry battalion, and then went and did my flying training and was stationed in Germany before doing a tour of Bosnia with 1 Regiment Army Air Corps, which I absolutely loved. So that was 96, and then sadly I got medically discharged from the forces. In 96 I started having what they now realise were seizures when I was actually doing an operational tour. It was due to sleep deprivation, and I was in a peacekeeping role or implementation force, I4, as part of NATO. So I was not having to endure what some of the other guys have had to endure, and operations since before or since then. So I consider myself very lucky not to have faced those challenges. But I had seizures and they weren't picked up until I flew an aircraft back from Bosnia all the way to the UK with the now astronaut Tim Peake. He went one way and I went the other way. And I had a seizure when I got back to UK, and my flying career stopped overnight, literally. And from there, about 10 years later, they saw other things were going on, and I was diagnosed with a complex mental health condition, which was attributed to service. So it's not been, as usual, a simple thing. It's been a challenge, and as I say, I feel myself very fortunate to have got the opportunity to do what I did and to be fairly normal, all things considered. Not being able to fly has been a real trauma that I've had to live with since it stopped in 96. And it's only really now that I'm getting the right help and support from NHS Op Courage. It's taken me a long time to find those guys, and indeed the support that I get from the Open University is helping. It kind of stopped my career. It's a bit like I was talking to a friend of mine earlier. If you wanted to be a footballer, not that I would ever be a footballer, but suddenly breaking your leg and not able to fulfill your dreams anymore. So I think from that point, ever since, I've always found myself at a loss in my career because I can't do what I actually want to do, and I never will be able to. So, it's just trying to find ways to cope with it, and it takes time. It's taken a long time for me. My partner said to me, she said, why don't you just go off and do the degree you've always wanted to? And my first place of looking was naturally the OU, because I've seen it on the TV for many, many years. And I just thought while I was Googling, I wonder if there's any help for veterans. So I just typed in disabled veteran, OU, and up popped the scholarship fund, and it's literally, that's how I found out about it. So I delayed my application for 6 months because I'd missed the first intake, and I've been extremely fortunate in being gifted and granted a place on the second year. And it's been life-changing, it really has, so thank you. I've always felt at a bit of a disadvantage by not having a degree. Nobody cares what GCSEs or A-levels I got. And even now, some people don't mind the fact that I don't have a degree. It's my experience. But for a personal satisfaction point of view, I want to know that I'm capable of studying to that level. And I chose law because at the age of 9, I was a witness to a burglary and went to Crown Court, and the offender got convicted on my evidence. You can tell I'm still only halfway through my law course. I'm using all the wrong terminology. And ever since then, I've been fascinated by it. My sister's a barrister, my brother-in-law's a lawyer, so not that they help me at all, but it's always been of interest to me. And the other thing it does is it's really helped with my mental health, because I kind of lose myself in my studies. I wouldn't have been able to get through my studies to date without the flexibility of the printed materials, the audiobooks, the online learning, the face-to-face tuition I've received, and also the networking with other students I've found invaluable. So all of those things combined have really, really helped me to manage my workload. I'm really looking forward to the day that I can graduate. I think to date, it's the most exciting thing for me, or the most memorable thing, has been the first TMA that I submitted, and I actually got a distinction on it. And it really made me think, well, I'm retaining the information. I am the thing that I wanted to prove to myself I can do, which is I can learn. So to have this chance and to be blessed by this, and it is a blessing, has really helped me, as I say, to lose myself in my studies. So when I'm not feeling 100%, I'm able to focus on commercial law, believe it or not. I lose myself in that in a way that I haven't been able to find in anything else to help me. Yeah, it boosts my confidence, because it already has done. It's already helped me over the past 3 years to realise that I am more than capable of studying. So it's dispelled my own self-doubt. Thank you, because I've been extremely fortunate to have met fellow disabled veterans who are on the Scholarships Fund, and I continue to see people who've lived through tougher situations than me, and what an impact it's had to all of us who are part of the Disabled Veterans Scholarship Fund. And yeah, it's just a thank you, because without your continued support and generosity and kindness to the veteran community, the OU wouldn't be able to support us like this. And it's very welcome. Please don't stop. Please continue helping the OU to help us, because it's taking us to places that I don't think any of us ever realised we'd be capable of reaching in our own journeys.